All right, we are live. JLR investigates. Come on in, everyone. Cheatham Dam. I'm at the Cheatham Dam, about 20 something miles to the west of Nashville. And there is a media presence out here, and they have shut the dam down. Shut the dam down. How is the reception? Let me know how the reception is. It's kind of spotty out here, very, very remote out here. I'm going to share with you what's going on in this particular area because authorities yesterday were above the sky in a helicopter, and they were really in this area, right? The reason being is their thoughts are in this situation is if a body was to go down the river, it's going to most likely stop here at the Cheatham Dam. The Cheatham Dam. So anywhere in between here and Nashville, downtown Nashville, I think that's their primary look. I don't think they're looking beyond this. So in the meantime, they've done some shutdown, but the media is out here. A large media presence is growing out here. Do not see much activity out here right now as far as search-wise. Been seeing it up in Nashville before I signed up. Before Cajun Navy is out there. Actually, after I signed off the last time, I put a video out on my Twitter. The Cajun Navy was out there, and I personally saw them. They had a film crew on their boat. So it's Nashville PD, the Cajun Navy, and Office of Emergency Management, OEM. Hear that? Let's spin the camera around. So this is called the Cheatham Dam. JLR investigates out here. So the search for Riley, 22-year-old Riley strain continues. Almost tripped on this rock. You got to be careful about these rocks. I just hit this and I just almost tripped. But you see some media people out here. There's media out here. Everyone wants to know what's going on. As far as, I'm not I don't know much about science and everything like that. But the way I've been communicating with people here on the ground, that the chatter is, they're think something with the body. If the body's submerged, it would actually over time, because of the time-wise, would actually rise up. Now, I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything about that. Maybe some people can elaborate that. But the theory and the thoughts and the speculation is, if Riley is in the water somewhere here, at some point, the body, if he's submerged at some point or underwater, it's the gases get released or whatnot, and eventually he comes up. And I think that's what they're kind of waiting for. Somebody just commented, gases of the body. And that was the talk I heard. I didn't really understand that concept. Again, I should have waited and listened more, but we're out in the field. I heard that they came down here and shut this dam down like a shutdown, I guess, to block water or block anything from coming out. So we're going to see what happens here. I'm going to take you down the line and kind of show you what's going on out here. But I am out here in the field. Been out here all day in Nashville, and I plan to go back up to Nashville and see anywhere in between this area. But this is the Cheatham. I'm in Cheatham County. Nadia says yes, it will resurface. It should, but the problem is he's tall and probably snagged in something. The way my take is, the boats, it seems like they had sonar, some sort of radar equipment on these boats, and I'm wondering if they're kind of scaling the bottom of the waters here. Now tonight, folks, if Riley's not found, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to retrace his steps at night. Because remember, this all happened at night. This happened on night, March 8th. We'll say 10 p.m. We'll just use that. Some people say it's a little bit before 10 o'clock. But we'll go out to Luke Bryan's bar, and we'll go down 3rd Street, and we'll turn on Church, and we'll go down there to Gay Street. And we're going to see the area and just how dark the area is. At this time, I do want to stress that there is no evidence of any foul play. No evidence of foul play. Debit card was found on the shoreline. I personally, seeing the shore and seeing that how far down it went, the debit card, I want to see what it looks like at night. And then I can kind of, have where I feel like, where I feel like the situation is. But again, folks, the talk is his phone and his Apple Watch both went radar silent at the same time. That to me shows that, boom, into the water. I mean, that's my opinion on that matter. Authorities are tight-lipped. I've seen authorities walking around, but they're not talking to media. They're not talking to anyone. They're keeping tight-lipped. Matter of fact, yesterday's press conference, they're referring people to the PIO point of contact. So I will actually reach out and see if I can get some answers to some of these questions so I can relay it on to you. I don't think it's foul play. I think he just went into the water. That's my opinion. But we'll see tonight when it's dark or what's going on. How are you? We'll see what's going on tonight when it's dark, and we'll just look at that path and everything like that to kind of give you guys a perspective of, putting yourself in Riley's shoes, walking down Gay Street, walking down, and then, he vanishes. What happened? Probably most likely an accident. That's my opinion. No evidence of foul play. It was around homeless camps. We'll see what happens.
How you doing?
What's going on? What's your name?
This is Rodney Bellamy. I just seen you for the first time last
Hi,
night.
Rodney.
I was watching you.
How are you?
Good.
What's going on, Rodney?
Oh man, I just live out of the street down there, checking it out.
So are you from here?
Yeah.
From this county?
Oh, yeah, I just live a mile up the street.
So the reports are they shut this dam down? Or do you know anything about what's going on?
That over there is a trash cleaner. The that straight thing on the building.
Gotcha.
It's got teeth about as big as my arms.
Yeah.
And their claws like to come up.
You want to be part in? Do you mind?
I don't mind.
Okay. So tell me what's going on. So you're saying that.
So over here, what you have at the bottom of this building is conveyor belts with teeth on them that periodically they come up out of the water and they just keep going up. And as they come up, they go grab debris out of the river, logs, trash, bodies, unfortunately. And the way the current works, it kind of pushes everything to that left side. That's why they built it over there. And it's done a great job at cleaning our river. But like I said, unfortunately, sometimes there's other things that come up from that contraption over there. And
see that?
Yeah.
You've been seeing helicopters out here?
Yes, sir.
Is that law enforcement?
Or either one of the chat
or news
you'll
media?
see in a minute. It's probably Channel 5 comes in here a lot with theirs. I believe they're the only ones.
Trying to see what it says.
Yeah.
And news though, it has a little blue on it.
We have people in the county also that have helicopters.
It keeps circling around the dam though. So they shut down those devices.
They're closed. Right, they're actually not moving right now. So they don't keep them running all the time. So they wait till it gets built up a little bit because it'd be too expensive, cost effective to continue running. So therefore they turn them on. But I'm sure that they've got everything shut down at the moment.
Do you know when they shut it down?
I'm not sure.
So it's shut down because of the Riley situation.
I would think so.
I mean, that's the way the news is putting it out.
Yeah, well, they don't run it like 24/7 though. So I'm because the people are over there right now observing the area. Yes, they probably have shut it down to be safe.
Gotcha.
And they've calculated with the way the river's running, about 3 miles per hour.
That's 3 miles an hour?
Yeah. So his body has had plenty enough time to get from Nashville to here.
Yeah, it's what 25 miles?
Yes, close to that. So, but he's had plenty of time. I mean, at 1 mile an hour, he would have been a long ways already gone had not been for the dam. So
with this dam here, is it possible, even if they shut it down or not shut it down, that Riley, if he was going to be in the water and going down, could he get past here, the body? Because people are saying no, this is where it would stop. That's where people are saying. So I don't know.
Well, as long as the dam, as long as the gates are closed, there's gates at the bottom of the dam, of course, and it goes through the turbines, and bodies have gone through.
Really? So they found bodies down.
My cousin was found on the other side about 6 or 7 months ago.
Your cousin?
Yeah.
What happened to your cousin?
She walked into the river on drugs.
Really?
Either that or her boyfriend. He hasn't been charged yet.
Ah.
But I don't know if he's been completely cleared. We've not heard. It's just kind of gotten quiet. But they did recover her body on the other side. She finally come afloat.
How long? How long from the time
it
she
was?
went?
It was a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
So that's what it takes, a couple weeks to get it.
Well, she was where the body went missing was probably about 5 miles up.
Yeah.
And then she got to here. So what I do think when it spits them out, if it does spit them out, I think the current works like an eddy on the other side and probably keeps them churning right over there. So maybe that's why they're saying they don't go on downriver, or the current may keep them over to that side.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Man,
how.
that's horrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry. What happened? Was she like up at down by the river?
Yeah. Well, there's another road.
Yeah, yeah.
That goes like this, with some houses on it. Chapmansboro Road goes back to Ashland City.
Wow.
And it runs along the riverside, and it's got just little guardrails right there, grassy spots that walk right down to the water. It's not not even that hard to get into the water. So they're thinking she met. Actually, 3 months prior to that happening, 3 to 6 months, the family ended up telling us, my first cousin, that she had actually tried to commit suicide and walked into the river.
Wow.
And her boyfriend saved her. Now this time he said they got into an argument and she just jumped in and he couldn't get to her.
So it's current strong?
Oh yeah.
So if you were alive and going, can you outswim the current?
Not if you get on out there, especially being hurt like
Really, that current will just
that young man was already inebriated, drunk, and he hit his head, on that light pole.
Yeah.
And dark, being disoriented down there. And along the riverbanks down here, these rocks,
Yeah.
the way it all up down through, it's very mossy. You and I get down there, you fall. You can't even get your traction like the.
Oh, man.
It's very dangerous. Even if the current's not real bad right at the bank, you fall, you bust your leg. It's just real hard right there to walk on it because it's so mossy, just like a creek.
No, it's cool. Because you know this. You're from here. You know what about the river here.
It's very, very dangerous on the edge of these rivers. It looks real nice when we go down there and cool off, but the rocks are so terrible right there. They do have a swimming area on this river, about 1,000 yards up, and it's all roped off and everything. And they put sand out there. And it's, like I said, it's got big nets. It's not just roped, it has nets down. And they've been lucky there, that it's the way it is in that bend. They've got it in a bend, so I think they studied what they were doing, so the current keeps you pushed into that side.
Yeah.
And that's what happens here. That's why they put that on that side. The current comes down the river, and it pushes everything to that left side.
Gotcha.
And that's why you can see debris.
Yeah, I saw all that. I see all that junk over there.
Right, and that's where all the trees, the trash, and then that apparatus will pick it up.
Wow, fascinating to know all this and how this process works. Has there been a lot of bodies in this water over time?
Yeah, there's like I said, I've lived here 50 years, and
you've been here all your life.
Yeah.
Beautiful area though. I like the rolling hills to get here and everything like that. What's that? Ashland City?
Yes.
Ashland. Yeah, I just passed.
Where's you from again?
I'm from Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, so I came up to see what's going on, document the search, talk to the locals, monitor the Cajun Navy and everybody that's trying to find this guy.
Man, that's so awesome you're doing all that. I also saw that you offered help with the young autism boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I'm here for that too.
Those folks, we all know.
We all know.
I mean, what biological mom would just sit at the kitchen table and just talk to random strangers? She's not wanting to get any serious people talking to her. Even like yourself, she'll talk to some,
softball questions.
Yeah.
There's a good investigative journalist up there. His name is Nick Barris. He actually does very good work,
right,
and he tried to you tried to reach out to them, and they said no. They said no. But I'm glad you know the gig. You know what's up.
Everybody. That's why it's not even me. You see us down here. People are looking for this young man. People are all over Nashville. It's awesome the support this family's getting. It's because you see a mother who cares, a father who cares, a stepfather who cares, a family backing them. When you see that and you don't want to help, you don't have a heart.
Amen.
So, that's what this is all about. I mean, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. I couldn't imagine it being my own kid. So I would hope, that's what the United States is about. And we got to get back to that. It's not about the color of our skin, our age, our beliefs. We're all human. And, you need to take care of your neighbor. Whether they're, 1,000 miles away or a mile away. You take care of somebody.
Everyone's hearting you and saying amen. Look at all the hearts. Amen, heart. See, they're hearting you.
Thank y'all.
I appreciate you. I appreciate the conversation. Thanks. So what were you just gonna be out here and see what's going on? Have you seen any boats or anything?
I see some putting in, and Channel 2 actually just went to meet. I did a little interview with her.
Yeah.
And she just left. She's going up to meet a boat, and they're sending her boat here now, and she'll be going out pretty soon.
I'm trying to latch onto a boat too.
They're very involved.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's very active. And I talked to another gentleman that
it's active up there in Nashville. I went live this morning, and then after I went, as soon as I finished live, that's when I saw the Cajun Navy in there. I didn't see them during the live, but they definitely have boats out there in that general
and they
downtown.
need to.
Yeah.
Yes. I would like to get a hold of Adventures with Purpose. I know they had some hiccups with the Kylie Rodney case and stuff, but I still think what they do, regardless to their past 30 years ago, those guys have some of the better equipment, and they're well equipped because they do this every day. People like our officers, Nashville's officers, they don't search every day for a body in a river. So they're not going to have, $100,000 set. They're just not going to have the know-how to do it. They're going to they'll look at a shape, and it's a lot harder for them to figure out to where these guys, when they notice the shape under the water, they found that girl's car in California, Colorado, within hours after they had the Army, the Corps of Engineers, everybody, thousands of people put in over 2,000 or 3,000 hours, and they didn't find her 30 feet off of the bank, right where it happened. You remember the case, right?
Yep. Yes, I do. So, do you think at the end of the day, with this particular case, it's going to be the Cajun Navy or some volunteer group besides law enforcement, the one that's going to find Riley?
Find Riley Riley, yeah, not Kylie Rodney.
Yeah.
Riley. I do, and the reason being is because I think somebody like that, myself or you, I think, and that we're going a little bit slower with some stuff, and we're looking at more detail. It's just like, I think they even admitted, I don't want to quote it. I heard this. They were quoting that the officer told them the reason they missed the bank card, is because they wasn't looking specifically for something like that. They were looking for body and clothing.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to look for bigger objects. And I kind of get it at first. You're like, hey, where's the body? But I think what was real important in that first 48 hours was to do one of those human rails and just really
grid search is kind of.
do a grid search. You're right. Do that on that bank. Remove every homeless person up. Remove all of that stuff. Go through it hand by hand. And really see what's in there. And then that can pretty much rule them out that he basically was maybe talking to somebody. They could have gotten a little confident. Dude could have pushed him right there in that one spot, and he tumbled down there. You never know.
So with that being said, do you think this is an accident or criminal?
I don't think anybody actually. I think it could have been a little of a confrontation from what the guys, what the one homeless person said. He heard a little something going on, and the person said, "Oh, it's nothing. He's just drunk." They might have could have got in a push and shove, but I think at the end of the day, he fell in that water. I don't think the person tried to drown him or kill him. I think it did end up him falling in the water and him drowning, not being able to get himself back out, and no one would get in there helping him. It's very, very dangerous in this water.
Yeah, well, you were saying it's slippery down there.
And at night it's really spooky. You couldn't see. I know everybody's been asking. It's not well lit up under there. There's, you got some visualized stuff, but you get down at that water, it's real, and it's cold. It's been cold at night.
Yeah.
So,
what's the temperature been out here? Like 30s at night, right?
It's low 40s today, but at night,
it feels great out here.
30 degrees.
Good for me live streaming. Yeah. It gives me a break. I came from the border, and it was like 90 down there.
Y'all been getting cold nights in Florida. Well,
I was in Texas and Arizona the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I saw you.
But
I've
it's
seen you talk about that. That's wild. I just now
um
noticed you, but that's cool.
so yeah, I'm gonna personally go up and kind of retrace the steps tonight, and kind of give people an idea of how dark it is on that path. You know, like where
Right.
his debit card was found. People are telling me there's no lights. We'll see who's out there, who's out and about. Now it's not a Friday night like it was before.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not found by Friday, I plan to be here a couple days to monitor the search. So I'll do that on Friday to see how, you know, if it's wild out there, if, you know, what's going on out there, who's lurking the streets, what's going on, kind of deal. But I appreciate your time. Thank you for your insight. Everyone thanks you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Guys.
Thank you, Rodney. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, that was a great conversation. We love talking to our locals. We love hearing from people with their take and insight from the situation out in the field. So this is Cheatham Lake, Cheatham Dam. Apparently the dam has been shut down. You know, it's about 25 miles that way, folks. About 25 miles that way. I have not seen one person searching the dam when I came in. I've seen some law enforcement like standing up there and kind of pointing. It says danger dam. But it's quiet here, and there's another location. Magnolia, can you share the other spot where people are talking about if you go? Now look, we got the other spot up the river here, between here and Nashville, another possible spot where people could end up. We got a big barge coming. Look how big this barge is coming, folks. Now, what are these, Rodney? Barges?
Yeah, this is nice. He'll come through right here and go through the gates.
Oh, he goes through the gates?
Yeah, he'll go through right there.
Oh, so what's on these barges?
He looks empty.
What do they
sand,
normally have?
Coal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, like minerals and things.
Yeah. They have a lot of sand up there.
Well, where do they get loaded on? In Nashville?
Nashville, yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. We got a barge coming up.
This is a small one. I've got them.
Oh, really? They're much bigger?
I've got them huge videos down here with big ones coming through.
Let's go check this out, everyone. Let's go see this barge that's coming. See, I mean, could a body get caught up on one of these barges that are passing through and
Just push it around.
It would just push it around. Yeah, and I don't mean to be.
My idea, you know, if he got hung up in it, he could just push it away.
Yeah, I don't want to be graphic, you know what I mean, and say,
Right, yeah.
But you know, we're just asking questions that probably people want to know, you know, like, you know, we want to be sensitive because I'm sure some of Riley's family has been watching. So we got a giant barge coming, folks. We'll watch this go through. Now, some people think he's not in the river. Some people actually think he's not in the river.
I'm going to have to say 90%,
I think. I concur. I think he's in the river.
mean,
But some people think he's not. I mean, you know, some people think like maybe the debit card was placed somewhere as a plant, phone and thing was thrown in the water. People come up with a lot of speculations, but there's no evidence of that.
Thinking against that would just be because I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But he's who wants a 22-year-old 6'6",
6'6".
6'6", I mean, and you know, they didn't take the bank card with them.
And I don't. What's going on with that? Oh, they let.
Telling you he's coming in.
Ah.
They're sounding the horn, telling you he's coming in.
They sound the horn. This is the Cheatham Dam. And we got a big barge coming. Let's kind of go intercept this barge and watch it as it comes through, folks. Yeah, I personally seen the Cajun Navy. The gentleman that spoke at the press conference yesterday for the Cajun Navy, I guess he's a retired police from Pennsylvania. I seen him on the boat, on the lead boat. Wow, look at this barge coming. He said this one's a small one. It looked big to me. So the next spot I'm going to look at probably, folks, is the Commodore Yacht Club. And that's an area I heard they're also searching near. Commodore Yacht Club. Yes, this is the Cumberland River. Cheatham Dam, Cheatham Lake. Wow, look at this barge. What you hauling? I'm sorry? Empty coal barges. Now look at this barge. So they're going to go through the dam, folks. Yeah. He's empty. Coal. Coal. He's empty. Quiet. I'm heading back over to Nashville shortly. I'm going to go to the Commodore Yacht Club and check out what's going on. This is massive, folks. He's going right in through the dam. Man, you got to be careful not to hit. He's close. That's like Titanic, like scrape against the... Yeah, that thing is close. So Rodney there thought that Adventures with Purpose should be out here. What about EquiSearch? What about, other private organizations? They got the Cajun Navy. Do you think other ones should be involved with this search? Annie says EquiSearch, yes. AWP, no. People are saying yes. People are saying no. But doesn't AWP more do about vehicles submerged in water, that type of thing? There were people like vanished with their vehicle and they look for the vehicle more or less, not just a human. Everyone has a specialty. And I will say, like with this particular search, I think the Cajun Navy is an appropriate agency to look, right? They've helped. Thank you, Rodney. You take care. God bless you. Be safe. Great guy. Local. Rodney just spoke. Good guy. Nice guy. Always appreciate the locals. Always appreciate the locals. Locals know best. They know, they hear the rumors. They know what's going on. They know their own terrain. They know their backwoods. We're just outsiders coming in and trying to get an understanding of the area. That's what we're doing. But locals have been around. He's been here 50 years. I don't know if I could stay in my own community for 50 years. Could you? But everyone has its specialty, and I think that the Cajun Navy, with their boats private, they got a lot of volunteers. I think they're equipped to do this. I think they're equipped to do this as far as the, you know, into the water. But what about on the shoreline? What about from here, in this location here, Cheatham Dam, all the way to Nashville? It's 20-something miles. This young man, Riley, could be anywhere in between. Along the shoreline, we don't know what the shoreline looks like. Now, remember the last live that we were on and we saw some helicopters up top? Well, those helicopters were actually law enforcement. And they were doing aerial footage looking down. I actually saw them restart retweeting their aerial footage. So those, I think it was the yellow helicopter that was in the sky above us. We didn't know what it was. It kept flying parallel to the water. Well, I think that was law enforcement. And they were getting pictures and videos. They're probably like analyzing and looking from the sky. Now, anyone locals might be able to come down to the rivers anywhere between here and Nashville and then send their drone up in the sky and then drone it and look down via drone to see if they can find anything that can help. See any like body in the brush. Some of the areas have brush. I mean, he's somewhere out there. Riley's somewhere out there. Where is he? Where is he? You guys, a lot of you are conflicted whether this is an accident. Yeah, this thing was huge. It's going through now, down there. It's actually going through the dam. All right, so nothing else here. Now, if you know any information or know where they're actually doing searches or anything in real time, please send me an email, JLR@JLRinvestigates. I'll rush to the scene. It took 40 minutes to get here from Nashville, but I could get anywhere within 45 minutes, you know. So anywhere between here and Nashville, I'll be throughout the day. I'm going to head towards Nashville, kind of use where they have that base set up between the two bridges out on Gay Street. I'll be there, and then if something breaks or some sort of new development or where they have a place or where they're going or they have an idea or any general big searches, grid searches, anything like that, I'll be there documenting for all of you. We'll sit and talk and we'll figure out what's going on and bring awareness to Riley. All right, everyone, JLR Investigates. Sub to the channel, like, hit the notification button. I'll be back in a bit showing you what's going on at the dam here. We'll talk later. You guys have a good day. Everyone be safe. God bless.